If you're over 50 and wondering if it's too late to build muscle or how to do it safely and effectively, you're in the right place. I'm going to cover the 20 most common questions you may have about training, nutrition, and mindset. Number 1, is it possible to build significant muscle after 50? Yes, you can absolutely build muscle after 50, especially if you're a beginner, because your body is primed for growth. The rate of growth will be slower, but if you commit to being consistent with your training, however that looks for you, doesn't matter how many times a week you choose to train, what matters is you show up each week. Missing several weeks in a row won't cut it. At 57, I'm still growing bits of muscle here and there. You want to know my secret? I train 4 times a week, non-negotiable, in perpetuity. Number 2, how much harder is it to build muscle now as compared to when I was younger? When you were younger, you had more energy and your hormones were at their peak because you were growing into an adult. Therefore, it takes more time and effort if you're older. But don't let that discourage you. It's absolutely doable. Number 3, what is the primary physiological change I'll face? When trying to build muscle at this age, the primary change you'll face is anabolic resistance, which is the body's ability to respond to anabolic stimuli, such as protein intake or resistance training. Reduced physical activity contributes to anabolic resistance, as muscles aren't being challenged to grow and repair. And obesity can impair the sensitivity of muscles to anabolic stimuli due to factors like insulin resistance and systemic inflammation. But no worries, I'll cover how to mitigate anabolic resistance as we go along. Number 4, what is sarcopenia and should I be concerned? It's age-related muscle loss, strength, and function. And yes, you should be very concerned. As a physical therapist, I see the ravages of sarcopenia daily. Hip fractures, rib fractures, the inability to walk, and most important, the inability to perform your activities of daily living. I treat my patients no different than younger people. Strength training with progressive overload forms the foundation of a good rehab protocol. We'll get into more details on strength training as we go along. Number 5, will my recovery from workouts take longer? And how can I optimize it? In my opinion, 2 key components are sleep and daily activity. Sleep is crucial for the release of both growth hormone and testosterone. Deep sleep, especially the first few hours of sleep, is when growth hormone is released in large pulses. And deep sleep supports the natural daily rhythm of testosterone release. That's why it's important to get to sleep at the same time every day to support the natural cycle of testosterone production. How much sleep you should get seems to be a moving target. Sometimes I'll sleep 5 hours and feel amazing. Other times I'll sleep 7 to 8 hours and feel tired. I would say the answer is if you wake up feeling well rested and refreshed, that's the right amount of sleep for you. And don't discount power naps. I love them. They're very useful. Daily activity supports muscle cell insulin sensitivity and aids digestion. The more active you are, the better you promote blood flow to deliver nutrients to your muscles. And as little as a 5-minute walk after a meal is helpful in delivering nutrients to recovering muscle cells. The more amino acids, the building blocks of muscle, you can provide to your muscles, the faster you'll see growth. Number 6, am I at higher risk of injury? And what precautions should I take? There's no need to do 15 to 30 minutes of cardio before your strength training or walking before you lift weights. That does little to prepare you for strength training. Your goal should be to master and dominate each rep of each set, including your warm-up sets. You want to wake up the nervous system gradually and add weight to the bar only when you have earned the right to do so. There's no excuse for not using proper form on your exercises. With the plethora of tutorials that are out there on YouTube and other social media outlets. If your shoulders or knees are bothering you during an exercise, stop immediately and drop the weight. If they still bother you, check your form. And if they still bother you after that, just choose another exercise that works better with your anatomy and your movement patterns. Listening to your body is the most powerful injury prevention tool there is. As a physical therapist, I do this myself to prevent injuries. That's the reason I've been able to get better as I get older, because I rarely get injured anymore. And if I do feel something is a little bit off, I will make sure to avoid it and not irritate it even further. If you're constantly injured, you'll get discouraged and give up on building muscle, which unfortunately is something that a lot of people do. It doesn't have to be that way. Just be smart. Number 7, what are the best and safest types of strength training exercises for someone who is over 50? Free weights or machines are just tools that work when used properly. I personally use a combination of both, but the foundation of my training is free weights. Here's why. Improve stability and balance. Free weights require your body to stabilize and balance during each movement, which strengthens core and stabilizing muscles. Balance and falls prevention is crucial as you get older, and the sooner you start working on your balance, the better it'll be for you going down the road. Increased muscle activation. Free weights engage more muscles, including smaller stabilizer muscles. Functional strength. Free weight exercises mimic natural movement patterns, building strength that translates to everyday activities. Greater range of motion. Free weights allow for a wider range of motion in different planes of movement. Think reaching in your trunk and pulling out a bag of groceries. Free weights can be especially useful if you don't have access to a gym or you just prefer to train in privacy. Free weights can help develop greater power, which can be lost with age and cause you to no longer be able to interact with smaller children like your grandchildren, nieces, and nephews. Number 8, should I focus more on lower impact options like resistance bands or body weight exercises? I use those tools a lot with the frail elderly. Unless you're incapable of using at least a dumbbell, then those tools are a viable option. Number 9, what is the ideal frequency, intensity, and volume of strength training workouts for over 50 lifters? Generally 2 to 3 sessions per week. I personally wouldn't do more than 5 days in a row, with 2 days off for active rest and recovery. If you can train 7 days per week straight, you're not lifting heavy enough or intensely enough. You should want a rest day. Number 10, how crucial is proper form, and should I consider working with a personal trainer? I already stated proper form is everything. Having said that, you don't need a personal trainer. You can learn proper form and technique with online tutorials. It's not that difficult. Just take your phone with you to the gym or when you're exercising at home, keep it open to the exercise you want to do, and just follow along. It'll work just fine. The trainers I see at big box gyms, they just do a bunch of random exercises, things that the client cannot do on their own. They want to keep it fun and interesting, but it is not following the principles of progressive overload and the methods of strength training in general. They just want to keep you attached to them so that they can continue to charge you for their services. And the trainers at the big box gyms are very inexperienced, undereducated, and usually basically don't know what they're doing. They will get you injured with the fun exercises they like to do. But if you have access to a high quality trainer in your area with a great reputation, it's totally a great investment. It will cut your learning curve more than in half. But if that trainer is really good, he's going to be booked up. See if you can find one if that's your option. If you're curious, I do online coaching myself. I rarely advertise it, and I'm expensive, but I think I'm worth the investment. You get what you pay for. Number 11, are there specific exercises I should avoid due to common age-related issues like joint pain? I would recommend seeing your doctor first. If he agrees, then see a physical therapist if the pain is really bad. If not, work on your form and technique, or simply avoid the exercises that irritate the joint. Counterintuitively, strength training actually heals bad joints. Number 12, how important is warming up and cooling down to prepare my body and aid recovery? I touched on this earlier with strength training, but you want to perform foam rolling and stretching after your strength training because that's the best time to do it. Your muscles and your joints are nice and warm. And those two modalities will be way more effective. Number 13, do my protein needs increase as I age to support muscle maintenance and growth? Yes, research indicates higher protein intake, 1 gram per pound of body weight up to 1.2, 1.3 will help you counteract anabolic resistance along with your strength training. Number 14, are there any specific supplements that can help with building muscle and overall health for people over 50? Just the basics like vitamin D for bone density, creatine for muscle strength and growth, and recently science indicates for brain function as well. Protein powder is extremely helpful if you find it hard to eat lots of protein. Of course, consult your doctor before starting any new supplements. Oh yeah, and there's one more. Caffeine up to 200 milligrams pre-workout is awesome for improved focus and endurance. Number 15, how important is a balanced diet with sufficient calories and nutrients to support muscle growth and overall well-being? It's everything. Whether building muscle or losing fat, nutrition is minimum, at least 80% of it. I'd even venture to say 90% of it. See my nutrition playlist on the end card for more information on nutrition. Number 16, how does lack of sleep affect muscle growth? I already touched on this a bit, but a lack of sleep will ruin your performance while you're strength training along with suppressing hormone production. Also, lack of sleep will cause you to skip training because you're gonna feel too tired to go to the gym or just to work out at home. Number 17, How does stress impact muscle growth? Prolonged exposure to stress, physical or psychological, leads to a sustained increase in cortisol levels. Cortisol can inhibit muscle protein synthesis and accelerate muscle protein breakdown, leading to muscle loss or making it very hard to build significant muscle. Number 18, is it too late to start strength training if I've never done it before? I take patients in the clinic in their 70s through 90s and put them through resistance training all the time. If you're in your 50s, you're still super young. It's not too late at all. Number 19, can I still make progress if I have pre-existing health conditions? Of course, many of your pre-existing health conditions may improve with strength training. Consult your doctor, I'm sure they will agree. Number 20, will strength training make me gain weight? Yes and no. You may gain some muscle weight, which is great, but you'll definitely lose body fat, which is great as well. And you will look way better. Power tip. Be a little selfish and focus on your health and fitness, because no one is coming to save you. Watch this next for 15 signs of early fat loss in the first 30 days. And as always, thanks so much for watching.